Hey cats, this is Rich. Happy Monday. I'm actually recording on Monday today, and we're excited. I'm stoked because in 2 days, we've got more calls, more clients, more closings. This is a huge event that's going to be taking place at Steuart Title, the corporate office in the Galleria. I'm flying my coach, Tim Davis, out. He's the mastermind behind our 519% year over year growth. What are we going to be talking about? Personal branding mastery with AI, how to get a mortgage when your tax return says no. Realtors, if you're going to be out here, not only are you going to be walking out with a bunch of knowledge that you can use in order to increase and explode the second half of the year, you're also going to be able to get 4 CE credits. That's right, knowledge and credits. Let's talk about what's going on in the market. First thing in the market, sales, home sales. According to Housing Wire, the increase in housing demand has almost led to negative inventory growth. It's not falling yet, but it is actually getting closer to point where of inflection where we're going to start to see inventories levels going down. Now, what was helping that? In April, we did have slightly lower rates because of what's going on in the Middle East. We are seeing that oil prices are not giving us much more love. We're seeing that yields are going up. But one of the cool things is the spread between the 10-year Treasury and the mortgage-backed securities, the 10-year Treasury being sort of a risk-free rate. The spread, the difference between them is shrinking. So we're seeing, relatively speaking, lower mortgage rates relative to the 10-year Treasury. Overall, our rates are still affordable. We're not in the sevens. Guys, this is a wonderful time to buy. So what is going on right now? Last week, we had some pretty brutal numbers. We had the producer price index, which came out 0.1% higher than the expected increase. Now, we've been talking about this since March. When the thing in Iran started, what happened? Oil prices spiked up. Immediately, I was telling you guys, as soon as that happens, we're going to start seeing inflation. And we've seen it. The producer price index and the consumer price index saw inflation. Well, it's fairly simple, actually, because gas prices went up. If gas prices are going up, that's going to affect food. That's going to affect your energy. That's going to affect your any sort of transportation. And everything's got to get somewhere, right? So energy is at the core of everything. Gas prices going up, that's inflationary. The Strait of Hormuz still largely shut down is hurting. And internationally is hurting too. I was reading something over the weekend that the United Arab Emirates economy has fallen 6.8% in the last month. Strait of Hormuz closure and with Iran killing some of their natural gas capacity. So these are things that we want to look at. So this is going to be potentially longer term natural gas prices. But guys, we're a net exporter of oil. So why are our prices going up? Well, even though we're a net exporter of oil, the oil that a lot of the country uses is not the light sweet crude that we produce, but the heavy stuff that we get from other places like the Middle East. That's number one. Number two, oil is a global market. Listen, if I'm willing to pay you $5 for something here in Texas, but somebody else is willing to pay you $12 in, let's say, China for it, you're going to sell it to China, ain't you? Because you want that extra profit margin. This is the reason why our oil prices domestically have gone up. So what is happening in the real estate market? The real estate market closings were slightly down, showings up 8.8%, listing views up 3.8%. These are all great numbers. We are seeing closings going up. We're seeing houses being listed, but we're seeing more houses that are currently under contract. Now, all of these new pending homes that we just went under, they're not going to show in our closing numbers until May or potentially June. So we're going to start seeing an influx of more closings. We're seeing inventory coming down a little bit, which that is a huge, huge, huge signal for sellers that the market is great. If you price your home appropriately, it is going to sell pretty quickly. Any questions, man, y'all give me a ring. And if you want to sign up, in fact, no, you need to sign up for that event on Wednesday. There's going to be a link in the email below, or on the, if this is you're seeing this on the socials, there'll be a link below. A great second half of the year. This is the time to start it off. This is Rich. Have a great week.